Hi everyone and welcome to our Instagram live. I'm super excited to see you joining us, whether live or watching the recording. Today I'll share some tips on how to stay productive during the holiday season. Yes, it's that time of the year and we need to be prepared. We also launched a poll about it on Twitter and on LinkedIn. So let us know your thoughts by casting your vote at Mana Hours on Twitter and mana.ai on LinkedIn. And don't forget to follow us there to stay updated. Before we start, let us know where you're watching from. I always know where our audience is coming from and where they're watching. You know, with technology, with social media, we can be connected globally, and that's what makes me very happy, because we can meet all together from the comfort of our house where I am right now. And while we wait for more people to join us, I will introduce myself. My name is Sabrina Cadini. I'm a holistic life coach helping busy professionals live and work better thanks to customized lifestyle interventions. And I'm also one of the coaches here at Mana, helping our users take control of the most valuable resource we have in the world, which is time. By now, you know already, right? We always talk about how precious time is for us. If you are not a Mana user yet, you should try our app. Our time tracking app uses machine learning technology to predict future behavior and integrations with a variety of applications to drive peak performance in people, teams, and companies. So it's basically for everyone. Mana allows you to automatically track how you spend all of your time, and it helps you spend it better, create goals, see their progress, and stay motivated along the way, together with one-on-one coaching. The app also encourages self-awareness with reflection and journaling so that you can learn how to maximize your performance and avoid burnout. If you'd like to check it out, go to mana.ai, download the app, then schedule a session with our coaches to know more and start taking advantage of all the wonderful features to spend your time on what matters most. All right, so time for our topic for today. Can you believe we are already at the end of 2021? It's crazy how the time flies. I remember last year we were talking about year-end goals, right? And it's again, the time is again here. And are we ready? Never. Right? The holiday season is approaching fast, and it's funny because two adjectives that usually come to mind describing this time of the year are hectic and stressful instead of joyful and cheerful, right? And let's face it, if you're working, you're swamped closing the final quarter of the year, getting ready for the new one. And on top of all this, you also maybe are planning to attend office parties. Well, depending on lockdowns and everything, right? Celebrations with friends and family, maybe do some travel. What a joy. No wonder people get stressed out only thinking about all of this. So how to make this a memorable and productive time? You probably hear my cat in the background because my door here on the side is locked so that we don't have too many noises from outside traffic. And of course, she wants to get in that bedroom, right? If you have a cat, you know what I'm talking about. Hi, Letty. How are you? I was just talking about my cat. She is meowing in the background because I locked the door to a bedroom right here so that we are not listening to traffic noise. And of course, since the door is closed, she wants to go in there. You are a cat owner. Actually, you're owned by a cat like I am. So I know you understand what I'm talking about. So again, how to make this a memorable and productive time. We have 4 tips today that hopefully will help you stay calm and productive, and most of all, happy throughout the holiday season. So let's start with tip number 1, which, right, 100%. I was sure you would understand what I was talking about. So tip number 1 is stay organized with your calendars, lists, and schedules. This is more than ever, I would say, important right now. And it's never too early to start planning for your holiday months, which, especially if you have kids, start now in preparation for Halloween, and they go until approximately the first week of January. Think about it. It's almost 3 months of disrupted schedules. So if you have been thinking about creating a zero-based calendar, this is the perfect time to start. You basically fill your calendar with everything you do in 24 hours. Work, family time, commuting, cooking, meals, time for hygiene, sleep, hobbies, exercise, etc. You basically fill it with everything. And in this way, you can get a better idea of how much time each activity will take, and you will be able to manage your tasks more efficiently. And in this new calendar of yours, make sure you also find time to add all of your holiday to-dos, which means holiday shopping, mailing out cards, decorating the house. Are people still mailing out cards in this technology-driven era? Maybe not, but if you're still doing that, you have to find time for that, right? It might be pretty time consuming. Social events, etc. So don't forget to include everything that you do, and also some needed downtime for you and your family to relax and enjoy one another's company. Once this calendar is filled, share it with your family members so everybody can see what's happening and coordinate schedules and avoid overbooking. For instance, if your spouse is invited to his or her office party and you are thinking about planning a gathering with your out-of-town relatives on the same night, well, solution found, because you guys won't have to overbook and you will not have to say no to either one at the last minute. If you love to make lists or checklists, a lot of people do daily and weekly checklists. This is also a great time to do that, because what you don't want to do is packing your days and nights with too many activities. You will never be able to complete them, even if you like to, right? So review those to-dos with your spouse and children and see if there are any tasks that they can help you with, such as decorations or baking or shopping, for instance. Same thing with your office team. Be very clear with tasks and projects that need to be completed during this time, and delegate if possible. Are there any parts of that project that can be assigned to people you trust? I remember one of my clients was complaining a few years ago around this time, and she told me, the holidays may be the most wonderful time of the year, but they're certainly the least productive time at work. Do you relate to that? So one thing that she decided to do for her employees was to offer flexible hours, allowing them to start and end earlier or later as they needed with all of their responsibilities, as long as the job was done, of course, right? But this helped her employees be more productive and engaged during office hours, instead of being distracted, constantly thinking about their to-dos outside work. And since we're talking about work hours, and you're still probably working remotely, going to the office, if this option is available, definitely helps to maintain team spirit and personal contact, which is something that we missed so much during the various lockdowns. But remote work can be very helpful during these times, as it promotes flexibility, autonomy, a better balance between life and work. It most likely reduces commuting, and it increases productivity. That way we have more time for our to-dos during the holiday season. Tip number 2, stay consistent with your routine, because your schedule during the holidays may become super packed and even unpredictable. And for this reason, keeping your current routine is key, because you can take advantage of that dedicated time to keep your sanity and reduce stress and anxiety. So make sure you carve that regular time, right, in your daily schedule for what is most essential to you. Never forget to take care of yourself, because this is the foundation to stay focused and organized. We talked about routines in the last IG Live. I don't know if you remember that. And you can watch the recording in our IGTV library. Tip number 3, start shopping early. Yay, holiday shopping. Since we're still dealing with the pandemic and online shopping seems to be the preferred and certainly the safest way to purchase whatever we want, really, we might anticipate longer delivery times, as if we didn't have enough to stress about, right? So if you want to avoid that holiday stress and delays with your shopping deliveries, plus running a family and working in the middle of all the holiday celebrations, start shopping now. That will take one thing off your holiday list. Now, in order to maximize your availability, it would be great if you could set aside specific times for your online shopping, whether online or in stores. Ideally, this should be done during your non-working hours. However, if you don't have extra time to dedicate to this, maybe you can set aside some time before or after your lunch break. But don't order gifts while you eat. That should be time for you to relax, decompress, and recharge between work. And even better, if you can schedule a personal day, like a day off, to focus exclusively on those holiday tasks. That way you won't be distracted by your personal to-dos while you work. Okay, so far I shared 3 tips. Tip 1 was stay organized with your calendars, lists, and schedules. Tip number 2 was stay consistent with your routine. And tip number 3 was start shopping early. And now time for tip number 4, which is enjoy the holidays. You know, the holidays are supposed to be a great time to recharge and be happy with your loved ones, not a hectic and stressful time. But we usually set that holiday bar so high that we don't enjoy those precious moments, and we often wish those holiday months were already over because we can never be productive. We feel there's a lot of wasted time, right? It's easy to get carried away, lose that productivity momentum, as I mentioned at the beginning, and waste precious time. And also don't enjoy precious moments. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, right? So remember to take a breath and look around. Live those moments. You know, just be a little more mindful about what is happening around you. And even if they're not perfect, maybe the decorations are missing a few ornaments, or the soup you cooked for your family missed a great ingredient just because you didn't have time to buy it at the store. You know, guys, that's okay. One thing that Mana can help you with during the holidays is to create realistic goals, both for personal and professional purposes. Now we'll switch the camera and I will show you how to create a goal in the app. So I am showing you the goals page in the app, and you can either click on Mari, or Spirit of Time, and select create a new goal, or you can also select here, click on this big white button that says a new goal, and this will take you to a list of your elements, which is a list of all of your activities. And let's see, maybe we can just find a nice shopping goal. And I will show you why I'm thinking about maybe a shopping trip. I like that. So here the app will open to a page where you can customize your goal. And what I love about Mana is that you can decide how much time you want to spend on this goal. So it's by default more than, but you can also select exactly or even less than. And so that goes back to the point that I was making before. So if you think you're spending too much time for shopping, just set a goal and decide that you don't want to spend more than like 1 hour, 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week. So you will just select less than, and then the amount of time that you want to spend, or you don't want to spend maximum. And then every week, day, or month. And then you will select the days of the week when you want that goal to work on. you will select a start date, an end date. That could be the end of the year if you want. And then here you have the opportunity to really reflect why this goal is important to you and how you are going to achieve this. So one of my recommendations would be definitely to add this time for shopping to your calendar, as we talked about it before. So at least you know exactly when you can dedicate time to this. And then you can give a little rating to this goal. Is it a 5-star rating? Is it really, really important? Or is it one of your main goals that you want to have for the holiday season? So again, having the opportunity to create goals in the app will really, really help you keep track of them, and you will not get carried away, because again, you will have the progress in the app and you will see when you go out of that time that you decided to dedicate. If you go over the 2 hours a day, the app will tell you, hey, you exceeded your goal, and you're really like, okay, so I need to stay a little more focused, and maybe next week, I will pay more attention to that, right? So that will allow you to have more time for what matters most to you. Let me know if you have any questions for me regarding today's topic, staying productive during the holiday season, or about our app, Mana. I'm here to help. And I'll wait for a few seconds while you type your questions in the comment box. And in the meantime, I will remind you to go to Twitter and LinkedIn to cast your vote. We launched a poll about staying productive during the holiday season. We would love to know what you guys do. The choices are, let's see if I can remember that. The choices are daily, weekly checklists, family help, long-term planning. So this is usually for people who are very focused and they plan like during the summer for their holiday season, which is fantastic. Or the other one is, I am not productive. I don't stay productive because I'm too distracted. So we're very curious to see what the results of that poll would be. So go to Twitter at Mana Hours and LinkedIn to Mana and cast your vote there. And if you'd like to know more about Mana, go to mana.ai, download the app on your phone, and schedule an onboarding session with one of our coaches to know more, to learn about the app, tips and strategies on how you can spend your time better, and how to create and achieve amazing goals. We are almost at the end of the year, and we'll definitely talk about goal setting more in the next few weeks. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in a few weeks with another topic that I am sure you will love. We'll talk about the science of sleep and productivity. What an amazing connection. You will find out a lot of things, and I'm sure you will be like, maybe I need to start sleeping a little bit more. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.